Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be testing out a Nergal fit for T2 Firestorm Abyss. I think it will work pretty well. The issue with the Nergal in general in doing solo Frigate Abyss is the issue with its range. It has very short range, and if you want to go with a bit of a long range ammunition, like the Mystic for example, which has like 18 kilometers, which is still not particularly far, you don't have so good DPS, 100 DPS that ramps up over time. So if you want to have some like proper DPS, you'd go with like the Occult 150 DPS, but I mean, look at this range, 7 kilometers. You have to really be point blank for this, so I'm not too big a fan for the Nergal in the Abyss because you really have to be so close, and often that is a pretty dangerous situation in the Abyss because you've got like neuters, rogue jump battle cruisers, that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the rogue jump battle cruisers, for example, we actually do have enough like buffer in the Firestorm Abyss to be able to survive its wrecking shots. With wrecking shots have about 3k EHP. We have more than that in terms of our buffer right there. And then also when it comes to the waves like a starving Leshax, like something that newts really hard, I've got this capacitor battery, which is nice to have because what I could do is you could then like take this and just use it to refuel a bit of your capacitor so that you can keep on going, and you'll probably be taking very little hits as well since you're a tiny little bullet in the Nergal. You're like a little frigate with 36 meter signature radius going, how far is it? 1k a second, so really fast, really fast. Okay, let's get into the Abyss. We've got 3 Firestorms T2. Let's do this. This is a very expensive fit, 500 million. I wouldn't recommend. This is more like for fun because I think the Nergal is a very cool ship. It just, I'm quite sad that its range is quite lacking. Otherwise, I think it would be a perfect Abyss ship, and that's why I myself prefer to use the Draugr in the Abyss if I was doing co-op Abyss in terms of Triglavians, because the Draugr has a bit better range, a bit easier to get, a bit more tank on it as well. And it's got more DPS in its gun rather than drones, because the Nergal also has DPS in its drones, which are actually quite powerful. But still, it's like the amount of DPS we have initially is very low. Like with Mystic 100 DPS, very, very low. Let's see now, let's warp to a safe, the one that's close to the station right here. Let's put this capacitor booster in. To be honest, when it comes to really high neuting waves, like for example a Starving Leshak, they're going to just one-shot our capacitor. So in some ways, it might be better to go with a smaller cap booster because now we've got 400. But the thing is, with a cap booster, you can give you a sudden injection of cap, so you can keep using your essential modules. I feel like it might be a waste if you're doing the 400, then you'll just rep up so much cap that's anyway going to be removed. So it might be better to just go with the 200, then you just get a bit back, able to use essential modules, then it gets drained straight away by the Leshak. But it's okay, you've got so many of those 200s. I don't know, it might be an option to go with the 200s as well. I don't know what you guys think about that. We've also got a Nosferatu right here, just to improve our cap furthermore a little bit in case of neuters. We have to wait a little bit until the session time has ended. There we go, let's go. I have tested this before, and it went pretty smoothly. There was the Rogue Drone Battlecruiser wave. I was a bit worried about it because it was applying when I was really close, so I did go with Mystic, I believe. Yeah, I did go with Mystic. We can test again, see how its application is, but it's got really crazy application, that Battlecruiser. It's just absolutely insane what kind of application that thing gets. Okay, let's go in. The benefits of Firestorm usually is that we get the cheap filament cost, and here it's not really playing a role at all. Like the difference is maybe between like 20,000 ISK per filament or 5,000 ISK per filament. Like that in the grand scheme of things doesn't mean anything. However, when you get higher tier filaments, especially at T5, T6, you see like T5 Firestorm maybe 1 million, T5 electric 30 million. Like there's a big difference in terms of your profits there. So it is very beneficial to go with Firestorms or be able to run both Firestorms if you're able to in high tiers, but it's quite difficult. The thermal resist is quite annoying to have reduced in the Abyss because a lot of abyssal entities like these Leshaks right here are doing a lot of thermal resist. And then also the increased armor makes it just in general go slower. Let's see, can we shoot? No, it's 18 kilometers. It could be an option to have a tracking computer here. I'm just worried about the newts, you know, the newts. I think this is a bit more robust, but I think that it could be an option to have a tracking computer because you could get some good range going on. A bit slow right here because we have to move directly to the Leshak, and it's not like we can start shooting straight away. We have to really like get point blank range right here. Oh, we're going outside the abyssal depths. Oh no! Oh no! Don't know, we're gonna go into the abyssal depths. Let's Nosferatu this guy. Not that we need to. We're completely fine on Cap. But if it was a starving Leshak, it would be a different situation because we would just be like, Cap just disappears. So we need to be careful there. We're getting some decent DPS, I think. 248. Okay, it's not that great. But the drones do help. The drones do help. I'm skipping the biocommit of cache because we're on the test server, but that's something we could do otherwise. Next room. I'm more interested in seeing how this performs against the waves. Lucid Escort. Mystic. Alright, there we go. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Where's our range? 18. These kind of waves are really easy. It's just go in, destroy them. We tank so good anyway. Like, we've got 1 armor repair and we're still tanking so good because we've got so good resists. I don't think I can get close to this guy, so I'm going to have to use Mystic, unfortunately. This guy I can do Occult. That could be an option here. We can see, like, time is not particularly good. We're at 5 minutes now in a T2. It's not like we're getting crazy ISK per run either. It's, I think our average is 12 million or something like that per site. Hopped. Oh no. Hobgoblin's taking damage. Hobgoblin's taking damage. This would be an interesting ship to use in like T4s. Like, I think T4 Firestorm is a real nice spot to use Nergals in the Abyss because T5 and T6 can get a bit spicy at times, but T4 should be pretty good for relaxation. And you could put like remote armor repair so you'll be able to tank even more, so it'll be just overall a really good time right there. Deploy drones again. Go for this escort right here. He's hovering at weird ranges. He's hopping in and out of occult range, so I'm just going to keep on using the Mystic because it's going to be a bit more reliable. Let's go to the transfer conduit because it's pretty far away. Could be an option to like use an MWD. Go to remove this Nosferatu maybe. 5MN, perhaps. Yeah, we could fit that actually. That could fit right there. Well, I don't know how beneficial it would be. I mean, it might be good to have for like really pulling range, but it's not like we're ever going to be pulling range as Nergal. Maybe it would be good to just swarm enemy ships. That might be a strategy, especially if you've got like multiple ships as well. But I mean, imagine if you just get one anchoring guy or one warp scrambling guy, you're just dead in the water, you're just stuck there. You can't move at all. Well, it's still, if you've got Webify, you can move slightly. But otherwise, an anchoring guy is just game over. Well, not game over, but I mean, it's going to be very slow because, or very dangerous because you're stuck there. You've got low capacitor. Can't really do much at all. What's our lock range? Because we were able to lock pretty far right there. Market not open yet. Oh no! Let's put drones on this guy. Let's see now. Why is it lock range? 56 kilometers. Okay, pretty long. Like Tech 2 ships in general, they tend to have like really good properties of just like small things like lock range, etc. Because they're very advanced ships. So they usually have a little bit of a special treatment in stuff like lock range, max lock targets, that kind of stuff. Okay, now we can start shooting. Lucid Deepwatch is pretty slow in the Firestorm because he's a very fat armor-based ship. But luckily for us, we're a very good counter to these kind of things because we ramp up to big degrees on a single target. So hopefully we'll be able to get some good DPS going on. It's all but very close, you know. Where's our DPS at? 173, 180, 7 damage per cycle or 8 almost. Yeah, also, I wonder what the max damage is. I think it's 500, something like that. 500, I think that might be the max damage. We could also use some boosters right here, but I'm not bothering them because I don't feel like it's necessary. But that could be an option to use as well. What is the DPS? 250? 255? Can we Nosferatu anything from this guy right here? I don't think you can... Okay, you can. You can Nosferatu from sleepers. I thought there was a thing where you couldn't Nosferatu from sleepers, but I was mistaken. 300 DPS. Now, this is the thing. If we were using a Retribution, for example, we would have that 300 DPS straight away, and this guy would have less HP as well. He would have less armor. So we would have missed out on a lot of damage. But now we're starting to, get to pretty high numbers. When we get to that 500 mark, we'll be pretty lethal. I think we can at least get 500, we'll see. Does it say anywhere in the fitting tab what's the max DPS? Okay, 500 in total with our drones. That's pretty good. 413, 421. Yeah, this Nergal is no joke right here. 450, I think, soon. Oh. Soon 500. Is this the max? No, it's not the max. 466. 473. 480. 490. 500. Oh, we're at 500 now. 511. It just keeps on going. This beast of a ship just keeps on ramping up. Oh, imagine if you had 3 of these, 1800 DPS, but it takes a long time to ramp up, it seems. 550. 556. Oh, wow. This is a pretty... 2,000 volleys right here. Oh. Yeah, this is no joke. 600 DPS. 600 DPS on a frigate. 700 DPS in total. Oh, we're Gila level DPS now. Let's go back to the Origin conduit. Oh, we've got drones. No drones. I get a bit careless when I'm doing stuff on the test server from time to time. But it went pretty smoothly right there. I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I just think it's fun to use the Nergal in the Abyss, or potentially using it as a solo Abyss platform, because it's a really cool ship, very good armor, its tanking capabilities. The range is my main issue with it. Otherwise, I think it could be a very good Abyss ship as well. And in a team, I think it's more appropriate, because then you can have like remote armor pairs. It seems like it handles this T2 Firestorm pretty well. Obviously, more testing would be needed to make it like very confirmed, but I felt very confident there. Very good tank, very good thermal resist, which is very important to have, especially in Firestorms where it's reduced. So I think this is a nice little brick right here, a nice little bullet that just goes at 1k a second. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.